I'm going to be talking about the Rescue Rangers reboot trailer. Well, Rescue Rangers trailer. I don't know if it's a TV series or a movie, but it's the new Rescue Rangers thing that they've been talking about. They've been talking up since the start of Disney Plus. Like, they've been talking this up since the start of Disney Plus, and it's finally here. We're getting it in early May. I think early or late May, but definitely May. Point being is that Rescue Rangers is back, but it's a lot different than what you thought it once was. It is a vastly different entity. It's not a reboot, but it's not a sequel either. If anything, this kind of reminds me a lot of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is funny because Roger Rabbit shows up in here, and a little bit of Ted. And that, what was that show? What was that movie that the Henson Company did that was adult, and it was like a comedy with cops? Was it Hot Fuzz? No, Hot Fuzz was that movie with Simon Pegg. I forget what the other one was, but anyway, the point being is that this reminds me a lot. This reminds me a lot of like Ted and Who Framed Roger Rabbit and that puppet show, that puppet movie. Anyway, so why do I bring this up? Because yeah, it's basically like the Rescue Rangers are now like 30 years in the future, and they're trying to get the band back together for a remake or a sequel. And what's funny is that they're Chip is basically still 2D, and Dale is CGI. He CGI'd himself. Like it's like getting Botox for these animated characters. And I thought that was really funny and clever, because like it's kind of making that statement of, oh, CGI and 2D animation together is like, oh, we gotta have CGI. It's a new era. So I like that. I really do like that. And it's basically a world where animation characters and live action characters live, kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So yeah, I was like, when I finished watching the trailer, I was honestly like, okay, don't know what to think of this, but I will be optimistic. Because it wasn't like being like obnoxious or annoying. It was just, hey, let's have fun with this storyline. And not do like a deconstruction or anything like that. It looks more like it just wants to be the successor to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I hope to God, because obviously they're going to be using a lot of Disney properties and make fun of some others. I don't think I didn't catch that MLP reference. But the whole point is that I really hope this movie does not go the way of Space Jam 2. As in, making this a giant, product to make you go, don't you want to watch Disney Plus? Isn't it great? Don't you want to watch Disney Plus? Just like how it was one, like Space Jam Legacy was just one big, don't you want to go get HBO Max, right? And I had, like, there was that one moment where they showed Indiana Jones. They had that Indiana Jones scene real quick, and it was like, oh, where I had that quick thought of, oh, don't do this. Don't do the Space Jam Legacy thing, please. Please don't. That would upset me horribly. That would greatly upset me. Please don't do this. Not to us. We just got over this. So that was the big thing. That was the big thing that dropped. Well, there was something else that dropped today, and I'll get to that in a moment. But this also shows, like, we get Monterey Jack as like a cheese addict, and it's weird. Like, it's really weird. The one thing, like, they barely show Gadget. Like, they barely show Gadget at all in this trailer. Like, we see her in the beginning, but we don't know where she is now. And I'm already dreading, like, what that could mean. I'm already dreading, like, someone, like, I've already seen, like, oh, I guess Gadget went off to do OnlyFans. And I'm like, God, please don't give furries the idea. Oh, God. Like, I don't know if we'll find out in another trailer, or they're saving it for the movie, or the fact that maybe Gadget, I hope not, because she's kind of a vital cog in that team, in that team dynamic. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with her, because all we really got was Chip and Dale, who've been estranged, and We also get what I think is Fat Cat. I think that was Fat Cat at the end, like looking like this big, goofy CGI fucking shit. It doesn't look bad. That's the thing, is that I'm loving the animation, the 2D live-action animation, and I'm also, like, I find it funny with the CGI animation, but there's a part of me that's like, why didn't we just stick with 2D animation in live-action? I just thought that was funny. Also, I'm not a fan of them not doing, like, the sped-up voices. They're doing, Andy Samberg and John Mulaney, I hope I say that last name right, are Chip and Dale, and it's hard, like, I get it, you wanted to have actors who are known, like, you wanted known voice actors for this. God knows we're probably going to get some more. We even got Seth Rogen in here. Not playing a main character, more like playing the joke's funny. Like, the end joke was kind of funny. But this was interesting. This was an interesting route they were going. A lot of people weren't like, oh, they just raped my childhood. I have seen that before. Like, I am seeing that in some spaces. But there's actually, like, a really good majority of, oh, I get it. It's the successor to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Okay, I get it. Like, that's the mindset a good majority of people I've seen on the internet be like, oh, I get it's supposed to be Roger. Okay, it's Roger Rabbit, too. Okay, alright, okay, continue. And there are other people who are like, and then you have the middle ground, which is like, okay, and this is me. This is I'm on the second tier right here, where I'm like, okay, wasn't expecting this, but I'll give it a shot. It doesn't look insulting. That's my thing. It doesn't look like it's going to insult anyone, or I'm just afraid it might try to be like a product, like it's trying to be like a big ad, like one giant ad for Disney Plus. That's what I'm afraid of. That's my biggest concern right now. Also, what they might do to Gadget of what I'm making that's a joke. Actually, that's a joke. I'm just like, there's like I've already seen people like I said earlier, is like people are making the joke of, I guess she went off to join OnlyFans. Could you imagine? Don't tell me that you wouldn't be like, would you? Like, don't tell me you would be like mildly curious, right? Like, we'd all be like, a mouse got an anthropomorphic mouse woman got an OnlyFans account, and it's how many followers? That would be such a, like, they won't do it because that joke's way too adult, but like that would be like that would be such a dig at everyone who like, oh, I discovered I discovered this awakening by realizing, oh, animated cartoon characters are hot. Like, that would have been a great joke to put in there, but they're not because this is Disney. Then again, apparently they are putting that that Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson show about their sex tape on Disney Plus, so who knows. So, yeah, I'm interested. I'm not gonna stand here and be like angry and whatever. I'm just like, all right, I get what you're trying to do. Let's see if you can pull off the execution. That's my only thing, is I want to see if you can pull off that execution at the end. But yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Rescue Rangers trailer? Do you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you haven't already, hit the link below to my Patreon. And if you hit the 4th tier, you can join my Patreon and check out exclusive content. And like I said, hit the 4th tier, you can request videos for me to do here on YouTube. But other than that, yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this. But like I said, other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.